Good morning, my crazy gooses. I hope you're doing awesome today. We, my gooses, are going to look at 12-hour time, which is the time I showed you in the last couple videos, and that's the time that we use regularly. Today, though, however, we are going to look at 24-hour time. And 24-hour time is used oftentimes when people work on shift work to help not get so mixed up with times from AM to PM. It's used in the military, it's used by nurses, and it also sounds funny because it's 24-hour time and we're used to 12-hour time, but really there's 24 hours in a day, and in 12-hour time we repeat the cycle of 12. In 24-hour time, we don't do that. We just keep going. So it might sound kind of funny right now, but we're going to go over it together and hopefully it makes an eensy beensy little bit more sense. So follow along with me. Let's get started, grade 3-4. Here is our regular 12-hour time. So we're starting at 12 a.m. 12 a.m. is in the wee hours in the morning when you should be sleeping. Same with 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Maybe some of your parents might start to be waking up. 6 a.m., I start to wake up then. 7 a.m., 8 a.m., you might be on the bus during this time. And school starts around 9 a.m. Actually, it starts 8:45, but here I just have the hours recorded. So it would be closer to 9 a.m. than 8 a.m. So that would be kind of when we start school. 10 a.m., we might be getting into math. 11 a.m., you may be having phys ed or health class. 12 p.m., I'm sure that's your favorite time of the day. That's lunchtime. 1 p.m., that's when we normally start our mindfulness and meditation with the lights off. 2 p.m. is we're about finished our ELA class after our mindfulness. 3 p.m. we're getting really close to the end of school, only 20 minutes left. 4 p.m. you're on the bus, or some of you might not have a long bus ride and you might be off the bus by 4 p.m. 5 p.m. supper time, or some of you might eat at 6 p.m. 7 p.m. maybe you're starting to have a bath or you're reading your book. 8 p.m. is a good bedtime. During the school week, 9 p.m., maybe you're lucky and you stay up that late. 10 p.m., getting late. 11 p.m., even later, and then it starts over again at 12 a.m. in the morning. And that's how our 12-hour time works. It's really important to have your AM and your PM, because we need to know, is it in the morning or is it in the afternoon or the evening? So this is the time we are used to. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. This is 24-hour time. See the difference? AM, PMs. We have some colons. We got rid of the colons. Colons, grade 3 far. Grade 3-4 are these two dots on top of each other in between the hours and the minutes. Here, there's no dots, there's no colon. There's just your hour and your minutes together. We have some added in zeros too. See that? Here, notice the differences? Let's take a look at 24-hour time. And I'm gonna shuffle this over so you can see both of these at once. So we're starting at 12 a.m. here. We're gonna start at the exact same time here in 24-hour time. We say this as 12 a.m. This 0000 is not said 000, no way. It's midnight and it's said 0-100 hours. So midnight in 24-hour time is 0-100 hours. We would say 12 a.m. And then it moves to 1 a.m. Our 1 a.m., it looks pretty similar. Still has a 1 for the hour, right? We just have a 0 in front of it. And there's no little colon with dots. And we would say this as 0, 100 hours. 0, 200 hours. 0, 300 hours. 0, 400 hours. 0, 500 hours. 0, 600 hours. 0, 700 hours. 0, 800 hours. 0, 900 hours. 1,000 hours. It changes because there's no 0 in front. We're in 1,000 hours. So that means we're also at 10 a.m. So that would be about math time. And then 1,100 hours and 1,200 hours, your favorite time in the world, grade 3, 4, lunchtime. And this is where it changes. See how we're at 12? And after we're done lunch, we go to 1 p.m. In 24-hour time, we don't go to 1. We keep counting. So what comes after 12? 13. 1,300 hours. 1,400 hours. 1,500 hours. 1,600 hours. 1,700 hours. 1,800 hours. 1,900 hours. 2,000 hours. 2,100 hours. 2,200 hours. 2,300 hours. We don't actually say 24. We go back up and we start over again, just like we start over again in the 12-hour for a new day. And it goes to our midnight, which is said how? Try it out. It is said 0 hours for midnight. So let's just add these guys beside here. 1,300 hours was our 1 p.m. 2 p.m. is our 1,400 hours. 1,500 hours is 3 p.m. 1,600 hours is our 4 p.m. 1,700 hours, 5 p.m. That might be when you have your supper. And it keeps going and we keep counting. That's the difference. 24, we get up to 23 and we start over at 0. Here we get up to 12 and we start over at 1. So here's our 12-hour, here's our 24-hour. You just keep counting down from 12 to 13, 14, 15. And you can convert your time back and forth. If you're in 12-hour time and you want to go to 24-hour time, you add 12 hours to it. If you want to go the other way, from 24-hour time to 12-hour time, you would subtract 12. And minutes are all zeros here. They're all zeros here. I just did our hours. Minutes stay the same in both 12-hour time and 24-hour time. So here would be a time, and I included minutes, not just the hour. So you would say it as 1,545 hours. What would that be in 12-hour time? So let's subtract what from our 15? We're going to subtract 12. Remember, our minutes stay the same, so that makes it easy. So if we're going 12, let's count down until we get to 15. 12, 13, 14, 15. What do I got? 3. That means in our 12-hour time, it is 3 p.m. But I gave you some minutes, so it's 3:45 p.m. We know that's p.m. because in our p.m., once we get to 1 here, we just keep counting up. Our a.m. kind of stays the same. See our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m.? These guys are similar. We just added a 0 in front of them. So try it out. What I want you to start with grade 3, 4 is have your 12-hour time here and write down, when do you brush your teeth in the morning? When do you have a snack? When do you do your schoolwork? What time do you do certain activities at? When do you have lunch? Map it all out in our regular 12-hour time. Then I want you to convert it to 24-hour time. So you will have to add on 12 to get to 24-hour time. Think you can do it? I definitely think you can. Give it a try and have some fun with it. See you later, grade 3-4.